Hello students. Hello Ritik. Hello Sia. Hello Sushri. Welcome beta. Chalo. So this is the last part of CAT 2024 QS slot 2. We have covered 8, 7, 15 questions. I have counted. First part mein we covered 8 questions. Welcome Ganesh. Second part mein we covered 7 questions. So somewhere around 7 questions are left. Let's attempt those questions today. Now let's start today's session guys. लेकिन पहले every day at 7 p.m. No, there is no lag, is it? Every day at 7 p.m. we meet on the channel CAT Preparation by Textbook for our QA preparation, right? QA के लिए जहाँ पे हम लोग topic wise revision, strategies, PYQ, live mock analysis, everything we take care of. There is no lag as far as I can see. Let's try the first question of the day coming from CAT 2024 slot 2. लेकिन उसके पहले गाइस बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट नोटिफिकेशन AIMT मॉक में चलो कुछ it's a very good score. It's a very good score. So guys, I mean keep on working hard. It's at par as of now. You'll do really good in examinations here. So AIMT we are conducting All India mock test which is live for 2 days, 12th August and 13th of August. Today is 13th of August. Take benefit from it guys. It's a full length test, 2 hours का test है. इसका analysis would be done once the test is completed, right? For all the 3 sections, live analysis would be done. I'm planning to conduct AIMT analysis on Saturdays. ठीक है? चलो, do attempt it. The link is in the description. जो लोग बाद में भी देखेंगे डू रजिस्टर एंड डू अटेम्प्ट द ऑल इंडिया मॉक टेस्ट. इसमें जो क्वेश्चंस है आर रियली गुड क्वेश्चंस एंड यू विल कम टू नो वेयर डू यू स्टैंड इन योर फ्रेंड्स. सॉर्टेड? ओके. सो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन ऑफ द डे, this question comes from geometry. Okay, so 3 circles of equal radii, they touch but do not cross each other externally. Okay, 2 other circles x and y are drawn such that both touch but do not cross each of the 3 previous circles if radius of x is more than y. The ratio of radii of x and y is what? This is asked. Okay, now guys देखो सबसे पहले तो you need to draw the proper diagram for this. Let's draw the proper diagram. So I've taken a sheet जहाँ पे I've taken out the options. We don't need the options technically. So there are 3 circles given in question. There are 3 circles. Let this be circle 1. Okay. Let this be circle 2 of equal radii. And let this be circle 3 of एक और सर्कल, 3 सर्कल ऑफ इक्वल रेडियस, राइट? सॉर्टेड? कम ऑन बेटा. आई वांट how to frame this one. Chalo. These are 3 circles. They touch but do not cross. They touch but do not cross. These 3 circles, they touch but they do not cross each other, right? And they are of equal radii. These 3 circles are of equal radii and they touch each other externally, right? Taken care of. There are 2 other circles drawn such that they touch all the 3 circles but they do not cross it. Okay. So दो और circle है which touch these 3 circles but they do not cross it. इन हाउ मेनी वेज इट इज पॉसिबल? इट इज पॉसिबल इन टू वेज। ये दो तरीके से पॉसिबल है, राइट। एक तो ऐसा पॉसिबल है कि देयर कुड बी अ सर्कल ओवर हियर, एक सर्कल अंदर, छोटा सा सर्कल, ओके, एंड देन देयर कुड बी अ सर्कल आउटसाइड। और आई एम वेरी बैड विथ ड्राइंग, तो गाइस ये सर्कल है, ओके, दिस इज अ सर्कल, this is a circle. So these are two circles, both of them touching the previous three circles, okay. One lies inside and other circumscribes. The radius of x is more than y. So bahar wale ka circle we name it as x, and इसका radius भी x बोल देते हैं, and this smaller circle, let's call it circle y. Let's call it circle y. Okay. Now, what is the question? आपको क्या करना है? You have to find the ratio of radii of x and y. You have to find the ratio of radii of x and y. Okay. चलो guys, let's do this. सबसे पहले we need to do a construction. एक छोटा सा construction करना पड़ेगा. Let's say these are the centers of the circle. These are the centers of the circle, and these circles, let's assume that radius of these circles is r, r and r. Let's assume that radius of these circle is r, r and r. Okay, and let's name this triangle. Let's name this triangle as A, B, C, and so this is R, 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 this is R. Radius of this larger circle, जो X blue वाला circle है ना, let that be X, and radius of this smaller circle, let that be Y. Okay, and I have to find the ratio of x by y. This needs to be found out. This needs to be found out. X by y we need to calculate. First of all, what can we say about this triangle ABC? ABC is equilateral. Triangle ABC is equilateral. Bolo yes sir. Okay. Now since ABC is equilateral, if ABC is equilateral, इसका मतलब क्या है बेटा? इसका मतलब क्या है? Sir, if ABC is equilateral, तो this center for an equilateral triangle, this would behave as incenter, circumcenter, orthocenter, everything. है या ना? This center O, let's say O. The center of this circle is O and radius is y. This center behaves as centroid, sides are equal, and for an equilateral triangle, this center will behave as incenter, circumcenter, orthocenter, everything, centroid, right? Okay, so if I have to find, if I'm interested in length AO, and let's extend this, अगर मुझे AO का लेंथ निकालना है, if I am to find AO, then let's say this point of intersection is D. So I can write AO is 2 by 3 AD. Why sir? Because this point O behaves as the centroid, and centroid divides the median in the ratio 2:1. Okay, AD is the median, right? And O is the centroid, so O divides the line segment AD in the ratio 2:1. Can we find out AD? बिल्कुल कर सकते हैं. आपके पास इन रेडियस का भी फॉर्मूला है. इन रेडियस के फॉर्मूला से इन रेडियस इज A/√3, अगर आपको याद है तो. If not, you can also derive it. Okay, so you can derive the value of AD कैसे? So I can say that area of this triangle is √3/4 into side square, which can also be written as half into this base into height, half into base which is BC, which again is 2R into AD. आप यहां से भी AD कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं. और if you know what is OD, OD is in radius, AD in radius is side upon √3. अगर आपको याद है तो, हाँ ऋतिक को याद है, ठीक है, that is OD. चलो, तो AD यहां से कैलकुलेट, जिनको नहीं याद है, चलो, those who are not aware of that, उनके लिए, okay, this goes in 2 times and this goes खत्म. So what is AD? AD is R√3. AD is R√3. Sorted. If AD is R√3, AO is 2/3 AD, 2/3 √3R, right? AO calculate कर लिया हम लोगों ने. We have calculated AO. Very good. Very good. This is my AO. Sorted, beta. Right? So what we will do now, we only need this. You know how we did this calculation. You can always scroll back and verify it, or if you need it. Chalo, I'll take only this one. I'll eliminate all of this. So AO is, I know that AO is, what is AO? AO is 2√3/3R. Right? Chalo, I'm taking this out. I need the space. Now this AO, what is the AO? Sir, AO length is this radius R plus radius of this circle, which is Y. ये छोटे वाले सर्कल का रेडियस Y रखा था ना हमने, right? बड़े वाले सर्कल का रेडियस is X. So I can say AO is nothing but R plus Y, which is equal to 2√3/3R, or we can say Y is equal to 2√3/3 minus R. Right? This could be my Y. This could be my Y. बोलो yes sir, yes sir, very good. अच्छा, देखो. Now if I extend this, what is the radius of this bigger circle X? What is the radius of the bigger circle X? If you extend this, इसको अगर मैंने extend किया, let's इसको निकालते हैं, ठीक है? इसको मैंने extend किया, okay? Let's go back. This was point A. Pay attention, guys. It's very important. This was point A. Let's say this is point E. So the radius of the bigger circle is EO, right? I can say X is EO, radius of the bigger circle, which again is, this is R, which again is R plus Y. Hi, Anna. Which again is R plus Y. बोलो yes sir. Y का value we are aware of. Y का value we are aware of. We can put it over here. This gives me R plus 2√3R/3 minus R. R से R cancel out. So what do we have? We have X is equal to 2√3R/3 plus R. This is my X. Both of them are in terms of R. Both of them are in terms of R. देखो X and Y. Both of them are in terms of R. Absorb this, guys. देखो, try and absorb this. Sorted? And now we don't need this. Gautam Rathod, if you are serious about your CAT 2025 preparation, go for CAT 2025 preparation. Okay. Internship will not be counted. अभी आप जो internship करोगे, that will not be counted. Anything before 31st of July is counted. So it is not counted. There is no point. अगर आप 2026 के लिए serious हो, then you should go with the internship. अगर आप 26 के लिए serious हो, तो you should go with the internship. Now again, now x, I need this. Okay, I need this. तो इसको निकाल देते हैं guys. I only need कि x is equal to 2 root 3 r upon 3 plus r. Okay, and now what is x upon y? So x upon y, let's do the last part of the calculation. X upon y is what they were asking. X upon y is this. So this is 2 root 3 r plus 3 r upon 3 divided by 2 root 3 r minus 3 r divided by 3. 3 is cancelled. R common लेके r will be cancelled. So I have 2 root 3 plus 3 upon 2 root 3 minus 3. इसको rationalize करेंगे तो what we will get? Rationalize करने पे we will get 4 3s are 12 plus 9 plus 12 root 3, right? Denominator we will have 12 minus 9, 3. So this is 21 plus 12 root 3 upon 3 cancelled out. What you will be left with? 7 plus 4 root 3. 7 plus 4 root 3. This would be your final answer. Okay. So the ratio is 7 plus 4 root 3 by 1, right? So correct answer to this question is option C. Option C. Bolo yes sir. So this was the calculation involved. This was by far, I believe, the most complicated question of this particular slot. This particular question was by far. तो एक question अगर जो आपको skip कर सकते थे was this one. Okay. चलो, let's move to next question. आ जाओ. What do we have here? We have PQRS, which are 4 towns. One can travel between PQ with 3 direct paths. Okay, Q and S along 4 direct paths, and between P and R along 4 direct paths. There is no direct path between P and S, and there are few direct paths between Q and R, and between R and S. So, देखो, this gives me a hint of the questions from maps and networks. आपको याद होगा कहीं ना कहीं आपने DI में you must have learned maps and networks, right? Routes and networks. So ये थोड़ा सा उसका hint दे रहा है. It's not exactly, but हाँ, the very basics question that you deal with in routes and networks looks something like this. And बहुत important है in such questions, a question of routes and networks is representation. Representation will play a very important role. If properly represented, you can solve the question very easily. The visualization will be enhanced. But if you represent it poorly, na, तो भूल जाना. I mean, you will be highly confused. So for this particular question, the best possible representation is, and in any like map and network questions, I do recommend, welcome Gautam, I do recommend कि circle draw करके उसके points पे करना if there are more than 4-5 cities. But since here are only 4 cities, आप इनको ऐसा square type में रख लो, like keep P over here, Q over here, R over here, and S over here. ठीक है? If there are more number of points, तो generally circle draw करके उस पे रखना gives a better visualization effect. Now, one can travel between P and Q along 3 direct paths. So, one can travel between P and Q along 3 direct paths. So, P and Q, somebody can travel along between P and Q. I mean, it's both ways. Like there are 3 direct paths. Between Q and S with 4 direct paths. Q and S, there are 4 direct paths. Okay, between P and R with 4 direct paths. Between P and R, there are 4 direct paths. There is no direct path between P and S. So P and S are not connected. Very good. While there are few direct paths between Q and R. So Q and R के बीच में there are few direct paths. It is not mentioned. Let's say X. Let's say X. Last wala question, I mean of the given lot, you could have skipped. Q and R, there are few direct paths between Q and R and between R and S. So R and S के बीच में भी there are few paths, let's say Y. Okay. Now one can travel from P to S either via Q. So if somebody has to travel from P to S, it can travel via Q, via R, or via Q followed by R. So P से S जाने का there are three possible ways. Either go from P to Q and then go to S, or you can go from P to R and then go to S, or you can go from P से Q and then Q से R and then R से S, right? And the total possible ways is 62. So this is equal to 62. This is given as 62, right? अगर इसको थोड़ा सा हम लोग डिकोड करेंगे, if we decode it a little, PQS. So P to S via Q, in how many ways it is possible? Okay, अब देखो, you can go from P to Q in 3 ways and Q to S in 4 ways. So P to S, in how many ways you can go? 3 into 4, 12 ways. Basics of permutations and combinations, right? So P to S, you can go in 3 into 4, 12 ways. PRS, from P to R, you can go in 4 ways, from R to S, Y ways, so 4Y. And PQRS, P to Q, Q to R, R to S, 3 into X into Y, 3XY. 3XY, this is 62. We take 12 to the right hand side, it will become 50. So this technically becomes my first equation. Looks like my first equation, and looks like there would be one more equation. Looks like there would be one more equation, and then it would be a linear equation into it's a quadratic equation. ठीक है, x और y है, so here the degree is 2. It becomes quadratic equation. But since there are two variables, I need one more equation. वो भी given है. One can also travel from Q to R either directly. So Q to R, you can travel directly. So it is QR, or via P, QPR and QSR. QPR or QSR, and the total number of possible ways is 27. So QR is X. Going by the same logic, we did it for the first equation. QPR, 3 into 4, 12. QSR, 4 into Y, 4Y. And this is 27. If I take 12 to the right hand side, what I'll get is equal to 27 minus 12, 15. This is what we will get. This is my second equation. Now linear equation in two variables, all we need to do is to solve this, and we have to find the number of direct paths between Q and R. You have to find the value of X. We need to solve these two equations to find the value of X. Okay, चलो X निकालना है ना. चलो, what we'll do, we'll use the method of substitution. We will use the method of substitution. From here I can say X is equal to 15 minus 4Y, and I'll put this 15 minus 4Y over here. So what we will have? We will have 4Y plus 3 into 15 minus 4Y into Y equals 50. Let's try and solve this. So this is 4Y plus 45Y minus 12Y square equals 50, right? Oh, I need some space. So this equation needs to be solved. I'll take this out. I'll take this out. So the equation is nothing but 12y square. This is plus 49y taken to the right hand side minus 49y plus 50 equals 0. Now 50 into 12 is 600. So 12y square, 49 minus split would be 25y minus 24y plus 50 equals 0. And here you go, take y as common, 12y minus 25, take 2 as common. You'll have 12y minus 50 equals 0. So y is either 2 or y is 25 by 12. Y is taking two values. Y is taking two values, right? But we know that y, number of roots, cannot be in fraction. Number of roots cannot be in fraction. For that reason, this value will be eliminated. Y would be 2 over here. Y क्या हो जाएगा 2. But we need to find out the value of x. We can put y is equal to 2 over here and find out the value of x. So x would be 15 minus 8, 7. 7 was the right answer to this question. 7 was the right answer. 25 होगा मे बी. देखो बेटा 49y है, इसको आप, मैंने 25 पहले लिखा है, 24 बाद में लिखा है. तुम इसको उल्टा भी कर सकते थे, 24 25. अल्टीमेटली यही रूट्स आएंगे. एक बार वेरीफाई कर लो, ठीक है. दैट इज राइट, व्हाट आई हैव रिटन इज राइट. गौतम एक बार बेटा वापस ना वेरीफाई करो, 2 लाइन लिखो, यू विल गेट इट. I have taken 25 first, then 24. You can take 24 first and then 25 later. Ultimately, the sum has to be minus 49. Sorted? Solve में wrong हो गया सर, समझ नहीं आया. Now fine. अभी sorted है ना everybody? चलो बेटा, let's move ahead. The question from time, speed and distance. There is a bus that starts at 9 a.m. and follows a fixed route every day. Okay, there is a bus that starts at 9 a.m. and follows a fixed route every day. Starting from point A goes to point B, let's say. एक बस है, starting from point A से start होके it goes to B every day. Okay, चलो. One day it traveled at a constant speed of 60 km per hour and reached its destination 3.5 hours late. Let's say कि जो scheduled time है ना from A to B is T hours. मतलब the bus take T hours to reach from A to B. Okay, scheduled time. Standard time बोलते हैं. चलो standard time जो लगता है बस को, स्टैंडर्ड टाइम जो लगता है, लेट्स से दैट इज T hours. ओके, बट एक दिन क्या हुआ, द बस ट्रेवल्ड एट अ कांस्टेंट स्पीड ऑफ 60 एंड रीच्ड इट्स डेस्टिनेशन 3.5 hours. सो कहीं ना कहीं वी कैन कैलकुलेट द डिस्टेंस ऑफ दिस डिस्टेंस बिटवीन A and B in terms of the data given. I can say the distance is 60 into T plus 3.5. I can say that the distance is equal to 60 plus 3.5. Traveling at the speed of 60 is taking 3.5 hours more than the scheduled time, right? Okay. Next day, it traveled 2/3 of the distance of its route in 1/3 of its time. So next day, what happened? It so happened that he traveled 2/3 of the distance in 1/3 of its scheduled travel time. मतलब T/3 time में. He traveled 2/3 distance in T/3 time. Okay, and 1/3 of its scheduled distance in total scheduled travel time. Okay, sorry. And the remaining part of the route at 40 km per hour. and remaining part he traveled at 40 km per hour to reach just on time. Okay, so जो next part है, इस part में he traveled with 40 km per hour and reached just on time. So यहां से यहां तक आने में उसको t time लगा. 1/3 time is in first part. So 2/3 time is taken in the second part. I can write this. Exact time में पहुंच जाता, like he takes t hours to reach to the destination. In 1/3 of the time, he traveled 2/3 of the distance. So in 2/3 of the time, he traveled the remaining distance. Okay. And this distance, this is the distance which is equal to, I can say 40 into 2t by 3. This is equal to, this is 2/3 of the distance, this is 1/3 of the total distance. Okay, बोल सकते हैं ना? This is equal to 1/3 of the distance, which is 60 plus 3.5, sorry, which is nothing but 1 by 3 into 60 t plus 3.5, right? And now we have linear equation in one variable is solvable. करो solve. 3 से 3 गया. This is 80t. 80t equals 60t plus 210. So 20t equals 210. T is equal to 10.5. ना 10.5 hours. So the standard time that the bus takes to travel from A to B is 10.5 hours. अभी scheduled arrival time निकालना है, उसके लिए मुझे scheduled departure time चाहिए, which is 9 AM. The scheduled departure time is 9 AM. तो scheduled arrival is 9 plus 10.5. ये कितना हो गया बेटा? 9 में पहले 10 जोड़ो, 7:30 हो गया क्या? This is 7:30. 7:30 PM. बोलो yes sir. Scheduled arrival is 7:30 PM. Sorted? बोलो हाँ जी. बिल्कुल सर. Clear है ना guys? Okay. Mention it in the comment box. Very good. Next question. But before we move to the next question, guys, those who are preparing on your own, जो self study कर रहे हैं, you guys are very low on confidence, and most of you are very low on confidence at times, right? The major problem that you guys feel is lack of mentor. आपको mentor नहीं मिलता है. Working on your own, doing the entire thing with the help of self study and standard resources. You don't have a mentor, and mentor नहीं होने का the major disadvantage is at times you feel very low on confidence. You find yourself in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of chaos, haywire here and there. So guys, we do understand this, and every Saturday we conduct a webinar. This Saturday, our VRC expert Ritu ma'am is conducting a webinar, Zoom webinar over the same topic. If you have low confidence, now how to build momentum before the examination, and ma'am will share her experiences, right? Do join for sure. This is on Saturday, 8 PM. Be a part of it. The link of registration is in the description. Join it and get your doubts sorted. Next question, beta. Aa Let's jump to the next question. So there was a vessel that contained certain amount of certain amount of solution of acid and water. Let's say acid is A, amount of acid is A, and amount of water is W. Okay. In the initial solution, let's say कल मैराथन है, राइट? कल मैराथन है 2 PM, and tomorrow we will be discussing 2023 slot 1 completely. Complete slot 1. Okay. 2 PM. I have kept it. इवनिंग में नहीं रख सकते थे बिकॉज आई हैव सम कमिटमेंट विद पेड क्लास एट 9 PM, hence at 2 PM. चलो, now when 2 liters of water was added, the new solution had 50% acid concentration. So initially A amount of acid, W amount of water, but when you add 2 liters of water, तो क्या हो जाता है? The solution has 50% acid and 50% water. Okay, numerator में I have acid, denominator में I have water. So when you add 2 liters of water to the initial content A and W, so there would be 50% acid and 50% water, which is nothing but 1 by 1. Or we can create an equation here, A is equal to W plus 2. Right. This is my first equation. This is my first equation. Sir, 2 PM पे कैसे देखूंगा? But the problem is कि क्या प्रॉब्लम है? 9 PM को I have paid class. If I start at 7 PM ना, तो I won't be able to be done by 9 PM. And sir 6 PM कर दो तो रितु मैम is doing AIMT का analysis at 5 PM. So रितु मैम के साथ भी क्लास हो जाएगा. Hence I have to keep it at 2 PM without any option. अच्छा चलो. When 15 liters of acid was further added, मतलब A upon W plus 2 में when you add 15 liters of acid, so the new solution has 80% acid. इसमें क्या हो गया? एसिड का कॉन्सेंट्रेशन 80% हो गया, तो वाटर 20% बचेगा, राइट? When you add 15 liters of acid, तो एसिड का कॉन्सेंट्रेशन will go up till 80% as given in question, and remaining 20% would be water. So this is nothing but 4 by 1, right? So we have one more equation over here, which is A plus 15 equals 4W plus 8, or I can say A is equal to 4W minus 7, right? बोल सकते हैं, बिल्कुल. This is my second equation. And this is the value of A, this is the value of A. So the right hand side we can equate it. I can write W plus 2 equals 4W minus 7. So W would be 3. And once W is 3, put value of W in the first equation or in second equation. To find value of A would be 5. So we have the values of W and A initially. What was asked? The ratio of water and acid. So W by A was asked. W by A was asked. This is 3 by 5. Sorted? This is 3 by 5. Option D. Done na beta? 5 by 3 नहीं गोलू, 3 by 5 ना? हाँ. चलो, A नहीं, A, Ritik, it's not A. It's D. It's water by acid. Water is 3. Acid is 5. चलो बच्चा, next question. Okay, so we did 1, 2, 3, 4. We did 4. We are left with 3 more questions. आ जाओ. Inequalities. क्या है? All the values of x satisfying this inequality. The inequality that is given is 1 upon x plus 5 is less than equal to 1 upon 2x minus 3. Bring it to the left hand side. Very standard approach. 1 upon x plus 5 minus 1 upon 2x minus 3 less than equals 0. Simplify it. इसको थोड़ा सा सॉल्व करेंगे. So what we will get? We will get इसको ऊपर करते हैं. We will get, take the LCM as x plus 5 and then 2x minus 3. Okay, so numerator में you will have 2x minus 3 minus x minus 5, right? So what do I have? And this is less than equal to 0. So what do I have? I have x minus 8 upon x plus 5 2x minus 3 less than equals 0, right? And we know the notes now. Here the notes are 8, 3 by 2 and minus 5. Notes कैसे निकलेगा? Individually put all of them equal to 0 and find the value of x. That will behave as your node, right? आ जाओ. Let's put the notes on the number line. Let's put the notes on. This is infinity. This is minus infinity. I have 8. I have 8 over here. I have 3 by 2 over here. And I have minus 5 over here, right? Very good. Extreme left में values of x which is less than minus 5. Minus 5 से छोटे values के लिए, let's say minus 6. Minus 6 के लिए आप देखोगे तो this is negative. Okay, this is also negative. And this is also negative, right? All of them are negative. So negative upon negative into negative is what? Negative. यहाँ पर the value is negative. Okay. Also at minus 5. अब आपको क्या करना है? Like ठीक है, एक बार तो कर लिया, but हर बार ये करने की जरूरत नहीं है. Now at minus 5 का node, if the power is odd, मैंने आपको पहले भी बोला, if the power is odd, change the sign. Change sign. और अगर power even होता तो no change in sign. This is the concept. Luckily we have power odds everywhere. So we have a change of sign everywhere, positive and then negative and then positive. So these are the values of x for which this would be negative and positive respectively. One thing to keep in mind is x cannot take value minus 5 and 3 by 2, right? Denominator pe you cannot have 0. So x will not be equal to minus 5 and 3 by 2, right? Because अगर x 3 by 2 हो गया तो denominator will be 0. That is not the case. That is not possible. Now let's see. Range निकाल लेते हैं. So x lies from, I am looking for something which is less than 0, which is negative or equal to 0. So minus infinity in open bracket all the way till minus 5, but we are excluding minus 5 as well. Minus 5 cannot be considered. So minus infinity to minus 5 in open bracket, union, the second negative values lie between the range 3 by 2 to 8. 3 by 2 will not be considered because x cannot take value 3 by 2. So that would be in open bracket. 3 by 2 all the way till 8. 8 will be considered because it could be equal to 0 as well. So 8 will be considered. Of the given options क्या है? Minus 5 से minus infinity. So this is not the answer. This is not the answer. B is the answer. Minus 5 से छोटा till minus infinity and 3 by 2 to 8 where we are not including 3 by 2 but we are including 8. Sorted. Chalo, very good. Let's jump to next question. If x and y are real numbers such that this is blah 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 blah, then the value of 4x plus 5y. And now we are very much aware, it's a very much standard question. इसमें करना क्या है? Right hand side में 0 है, left hand side में you have equations of degree 2. So now we know कि left hand side को हमें a square plus b square के form में लिखना है and that is equal to 0. I have to convert this into the form a square plus b square equals 0 and then a would be equal to 0, b would be equal to 0 and I have to solve this. That's the idea. That's the logic behind such questions always. Let's try to find out. Let's try to write the question first. 4x square plus 4y square minus 4xy minus 6y plus 3 equals 0 we have. अच्छा, there is a unique term over here, 4xy. इसका मतलब क्या है? एक जो स्क्वायर होगा उसमें x और y दोनों होगा, राइट? एक ऐसा स्क्वायर आएगा जिसमें x और y दोनों होगा. तो लेट्स रीस्ट्रक्चर इट. हम लोग क्या करते हैं? वी विल फोकस ऑन दीज टू फर्स्ट. सो दिस कैन बी रिटन एज 2x होल स्क्वायर minus, since this is minus, so minus 2 into 2x into y, right? This can be written as minus 2 into 2x into y, right? Very well said. सर इसको ब्रैकेट में कर दो, कंफ्यूज हो जा रहे हैं हम लोग, ठीक है सर. 2 into 2x into y, ठीक है. So this is a square minus 2ab. I need a b square. तो एक y स्क्वायर डाल दो, राइट? 4y स्क्वायर में से एक y स्क्वायर डाल दो, तो व्हाट आई एम लेफ्ट विथ? आई एम लेफ्ट विथ 3y स्क्वायर. एंड देन आई हैव minus 6y plus 3 equals 0. And from this I can take 3 as common. 3y square minus 6y plus 3. I can take 3 as common. When I take 3 as common, this becomes y square minus 2y plus 1 equals 0. Very good. Now this is a square minus 2ab plus b square. This is 2x minus y whole square plus this is y square minus 2y plus 1. So this is a square minus 2ab plus b square. I can write this as y minus 1 whole square equals 0. Okay. This is positive or 0. This is positive or 0. The sum of which is 0 indicates this would be 0 and this would be 0, right? Both of them individually, they have to be 0. This would be 0. This would be 0. And when this is 0, y is 1, right? 3y minus 1 whole square equals 0. This will happen only when y is 1. Okay. Also we have 2x minus y whole square as 0. So 2x minus y equals 0. So x is equal to y by 2, wherein y is 1. So x is equal to half. X is equal to half. So y का value is 1, x का value is half. We have to find the value of 4x plus 5y. We have to find the value of 4x plus 5y. So 4 into half plus 5 into 1. This is 2 plus 5, 7. This is 2 plus 5, 7. Correct answer to this question was 7. Very good. Guys, take a moment to like the session. Now let's trap में गिर गए sir. Let's move to next question. And the last question, this is the 22nd question. This is the 22nd question, CAT 2024 slot 2. आ जाओ. When Rajesh age was same as the present age of Garima, the ratio of their ages was 3:2. So we have two persons over here. एक है Rajesh, one of them is Rajesh. Rajesh Khandelwal was one of my friend who always felt I hated him, but actually did not. I liked him, but he thought I hated him. I don't know why. Okay. तो क्वेश्चन क्या है कि जब राजेश was the present age of गरिमा, मतलब राजेश is older than गरिमा, right? Let's say present में गरिमा का एज लेट्स से x है. ओके, लेट्स से प्रेजेंट में गरिमास एज इज x. कार्तिक है, वेरी गुड बेटा. तो जब राजेश x इयर्स का था, तो राजेश एंड गरिमा वेयर इन द रेशियो 3:2. लेट्स से कि y years ago, लेट्स से माइनस y years में, माइनस वी आर जस्ट फॉलोइंग द क्वेश्चन। y years ago मतलब y years ago, चलो ऐसे लिखते हैं, y years ago, y years ago राजेश गरिमा के प्रेजेंट एज के बराबर था, राइट? तो राजेश का एज x ले लेते हैं, ओके? तो गरिमा का एज क्या हो जाएगा बेटा? x माइनस वाई, एंड राजेश का ये वाला एज क्या हो जाएगा? x प्लस वाई प्रेजेंट एज, राइट? ऐसा कुछ हो जाएगा, ऐसा कुछ हो जाएगा, राइट? एंड उस वक्त राजेश और गरिमा के एज का रेशियो था x अपॉन x माइनस वाई था, क्या था? 3/2, ओके? सो दिस गिव्स मी 2x इज इक्वल टू 3x माइनस वाई, और राइट, x अपॉन x में 3x माइनस 3y ना, 3x माइनस 3y, और आई कैन से x इज इक्वल टू 3y है, राइट? x इज इक्वल टू 3y. सो दिस इज व्हाट वी हैव नाउ, दिस इज व्हाट वी हैव. हाँ, बहुत सिंपल क्वेश्चन है, आप ऑब्जर्वेशन से भी कर सकते हैं, ऑब्जर्वेशन भी यही आता है बेटा, ऑब्जर्वेशन भी यही आता है, ओके? अब क्या गिवन है? when Garima's age becomes the same age as the present age of Rajesh, मतलब जब गरिमा का एज x प्लस वाई हो जाए, जब गरिमा का एज x प्लस वाई हो जाए, ये कब होगा? प्लस वाई ईयर्स में, वाई ईयर्स आफ्टर, यस और नो? वाई ईयर्स आफ्टर, दिस विल हैपन वाई ईयर्स आफ्टर. उस वक्त राजेश का एज क्या हो जाएगा बेटा? सर x प्लस 2y, x प्लस वाई प्लस वाई. आफ्टर वाई ईयर्स गरिमा का एज अभी x है, x प्लस वाई होना है, उसके लिए y ऐड करना पड़ेगा. तो आफ्टर वाई ईयर्स तो राजेश का एज भी वाई ईयर से बढ़ जाएगा, सो दिस वुड बी x प्लस 2y, x प्लस 2y, एंड आई नो दैट x इज इक्वल टू 3y, एंड आई नो दैट x इज इक्वल टू 3y. तो x इज इक्वल टू 3y यहां हम पुट कर सकते हैं दोनों जगह. सो दिस विल बिकम 3y प्लस 2y 5y, एंड दिस विल बिकम 3y प्लस y 4y. उस वक्त इनके एज का क्या रेशियो है बेटा? द रेशियो ऑफ एजेस ऑफ राजेश एंड गरिमा, द रेशियो ऑफ एजेस ऑफ राजेश एंड गरिमा इज 5:4. द रेशियो ऑफ एजेस ऑफ राजेश एंड गरिमा इज 5:4. Sorted? Clear? Very good. So here we come at the end of CAT 2024 slot 2. We did all 3 questions, all 22 questions, right? चलो, tomorrow at 2 p.m. I'll be conducting a session जहां पर we will be at 2 p.m. tomorrow. We'll discuss CAT 2023 slot 1. Okay, we will cover the entire questions of slot 1, CAT 2023 slot 1. See you tomorrow. Do like the session, guys. And stay charged, stay motivated. Till then, have a great day ahead. This is Ashish Kumar signing off. Work hard, guys. चलो बच्चा, do like the session before you leave it, and do share it with your friends. आपके दोस्तों को भी share करो. Those who are preparing, ask them to join. Better होगा सबके लिए. Till then, have a great day ahead, बेटा. Okay, work hard.